guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. For today's makeup look, I didn't really plan anything. I just sat down and started playing with some makeup. I don't know what it was. I just felt really inspired by this really pretty burgundy color in the Jaclynhill Volume 2 palette. I just wanted it mainly on my lid, blown out, a little bit dramatic, smoky. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and again, click the bell button so I can notify you every single time I upload. And again, without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'm going to start off with priming my lids. I'm using the Anastasia eye primer, and I'm just going to apply this all over my lid up to my brow bone. How is everybody doing? I hope everyone is doing well. You know, with this whole virus situation, I honestly cannot wait for it to be over. I just can't wait till malls are open again. I just want to get back to life. I feel like I've been in lockdown for over 2 years now because of, you know, just having kids and not going back to work, and it's just been different. You know, a lot of people want me to do a question and answer video. I'm really open to doing that as well. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me, you can always DM me on Instagram, or you can, you know, leave it down below. Once I feel like, okay, there's enough questions, I can do a question and answer video. That way you guys can get to know a little bit more about me. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the shade Perfectionist. This is the JH09 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and use this as my transition color. I'm basically blending this color from my inner corner to my outer corner on my lid, and just really buffing this in. Picking up the shade next, which is this color right over here. I'm picking this up on my JH32 blending brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this right in my outer 1/3 area and just really blend this in. This is again going to just warm up the crease, and it's just going to help my lid color blend really nicely with my transition. Like, it'll be a really nice gradient. I think I'm going to pick up the shade Oh Hello, and then I'm just going to go ahead and just add that in on top, just because again I want this to be like a really nice matte burgundy, you know, smoky eye, if that makes sense. Okay, and now that I'm happy with the way that's looking, I'm going to pick up the JH33 brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade Crazy, which is this dark color right over here. It's a very deep burgundy color. It's my absolute favorite color in the palette. I love like the berries, the warms, the yellows, the oranges, like that's my vibe. And I'm going to go ahead and just pack this right on my lid. So now that I have it down like this, I'm going to go ahead and just take some micellar water and just clean up the follow underneath my eyes. And I like this a lot because I used to use this so much back in the day, but I stopped, and now I was using makeup wipes. But I feel like the makeup wipes were making my eyes water so bad that I wasn't able to keep makeup on for so long. Like, I would, as soon as I'm like cleaning up under my eyes or doing whatever, like my makeup was just like gross. I did not like it at all. I know it kind of looks high, but when I do my highlight as well, it will settle down a bit. So I'm going to work on the rest of my face, and then I'll come back to finish up the eyes, just because I want to get my skin going too. The first thing that I'm going to do is moisturize my skin with my Mario Badescu facial spray, and I'm just going to go ahead and spritz this all over my face. I love the way this hydrates my skin and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and moisturize. I am using my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream, and just apply a little bit right underneath my eyes and just blend this out. To moisturize the rest of my face, I'm taking this Ole Henriksen Sea Rush Gel Cream. Honestly, the time that I haven't been filming, I've really been taking care of my skin, and I have seen like a major difference in the way my skin looks and feels just by switching up the way I apply skincare. Has made such a big difference, and you know, just doing my skincare in the correct order, I feel like has changed my skin as well. Using different products and all that stuff has definitely helped. So now that my skin is nice and moisturized and hydrated, I'm going to go ahead and move on to primer. For primer today, I am using the Natashaa the Liquid Silk Canvas, which is this new primer that I actually just got. I'm going to go ahead and test this out and see how I like it. You guys know I'm obsessed with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just apply it all over my face. it smells really good. But yeah, you guys know how much I love the Milk makeup one, so I'm trying to step out of my zone and use something different for once, so you guys don't get bored of seeing me use, like, you know, the same makeup all the time. So this feels really good on the skin. It has more of like that silky texture, but it's not sticky, so I don't know how that's going to grip on my foundation. Like, you guys know I like my foundation to really adhere and stick to my face, so this is not so sticky. But anyways, we're going to test it out and see how I like it. So now that I have my primer on, you guys know I always use my illuminator. So I'm going to go ahead and use that as well. This is the Huda Beauty Nymph All Over Body Highlighter. I really like to apply this before I apply my foundation, just because I really like that glow from within. And I use the shade Luna. So now that my illuminator is on, I'm going to go ahead and move on to foundation. Now, I know a few of you guys, when I did my Sephora haul, wanted to see me use the Bite Beauty one and just some of the newer foundations that I got to try. And the Makeup Forever one, when I was swatching it, I thought was going to be an amazing foundation and everything, and I really wanted to try it. So I did try these two off of camera. I think when it was like Eid or something, I was trying to get ready for Eid, and like I did use these. This foundation, for some reason, right around like my mouth area was making me look gray, so I'm not too sure if that's just because of the color that I picked or what it was, but everything else looked okay. Like, I loved the finish of this foundation. It was really nice, but it was making me look really gray, so I'm not too sure why it was doing that or why it did that, but like it was just looking. And now that I have a tan on, especially, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it was making me look super gray, especially around my mouth area. So that's just my feedback from here. But overall, I really like the coverage of it and like the finish of it, but I just didn't like how it was making me look gray, if that makes sense. So that's what I thought about the Bite Beauty one. And I also did try the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. I like the finish of this one, but I just didn't like the fact that it was way too sheer. I had to do like a good like maybe 4 or 5 layers of foundation to really like the way it was covering me. And now, especially that I have a tan on, it looks a lot lighter. I just wanted to let you guys know what I thought. That I really like the way this feels and like the finish of it, but I just don't like the coverage of it, if that makes sense. Like, it's really sheer. If you are a type of person that likes more natural foundation, or likes, you don't like it to be too full coverage, you might really like the Makeup Forever one. So that's just what I thought of those two. You guys know I was really liking my Hourglass foundation mixed with the Too Faced one. Those two are a match made in heaven, and I really like it. So I am going to try this new foundation out though. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Again, this is in the shade 7.5, so hopefully this matches. And this is just the foundation on its own. I'm not mixing it with anything. So off the bat, it looks a lot more full coverage than the other foundations that I was trying. So I'm just pumping, literally one pump. I'm not even using a lot. Normally I like put a lot on the back of my hand, but this is looking like it might match. Yeah, overall I really like the coverage of this. It's super full coverage and it's really nice. Like, the finish of it is really good too. Absolutely love this foundation, love the coverage. I'm so happy with it, and I really like the primer as well. Definitely recommend this foundation, and I definitely recommend the Natashaa primer as well. I think I really like it. I'm gonna continue using it for sure. For concealer, I'm going to again try out this new concealer that I got. This is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. This is in the shade Fawn, and I'm just going to take this and apply a little bit of this right underneath my eyes. I love the doe foot applicator that it comes with, and it looks like it's super full coverage, so you guys don't need a lot. I think I want to do just a little bit on my cupid's bow, on my chin, and maybe just a little bit on my forehead. Not too much. I am going to use my Huda Beauty Tan Tour in the shade Light because I didn't get anything new cream contour wise. I really want to try the Fenty Beauty one, the Fenty Beauty Cream Contour. Let me know if you guys have tried it and if you guys like it, because then I will order it for myself. But I'm going to take Tan Tour in the shade Light on just my contour brush that I always use, and I'm just going to go ahead and just contour. And I like doing this before I blend out my under eye concealer, just because I like to let my concealer sit for a minute. I feel like the finish is just so much better. And then I'm going to go ahead and just blend everything out with my beauty blender or my beauty sponge. Ooh, this concealer is really nice. It's really full coverage, which I love. I really like the applicator as well, and I love the finish of it. It looks, in person, it just looks so nice and just hydrating, full coverage, and it's blending really easily. I actually really like this concealer. I feel like you don't even need to set it with powder. Like, it's not creasing. I'm like actually so shook. Like, that never ever happens. Like, I feel like my eyes are so thin. Like, my skin underneath my eye is so thin that regardless of anything, my under eyes are always creasing. But this, like, you can tell, like, it's not creasing. Like, it's actually really good. I'm going to go ahead and just set everything in place now. I am using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder in the shade Banana Bread. And with this look, I don't think I want to do like a liquid liner. I think I'm gonna put on false lashes and just really just smoke out my lower lash line. Even this foundation, I feel like you don't even need to set it. It doesn't feel like too sticky, like how my Hourglass one and my Too Faced one, you know how they feel wet or they feel sticky until you set it? This one doesn't feel like that. I feel like it dries to like a powder finish. To set the rest of my face, I am using my Jaclynhill Mood Light highlighter in the shade Carrot and my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder again in the shade Banana Bread. I pre-mixed them in this little container that I have here. So it's just easier. They're both just in there, and then I just dip my beauty blender in there and I just use this to set my entire face. And the reason why I like to mix these two powders together is the Huda Beauty one really sets my face, but the Mood Light powder gives me a really nice like glow from within. It's like Facetune in a jar. Your foundation just looks airbrushed. Okay, so to finish up contouring, I am using the Fenty Beauty Private Island bronzer, and I'm taking that on my Morphe M530 brush. I'm going to take a JH43, it's just like a flat brush like this, and I'm going to pick up the shade Crazy from the Jaclynhill Volume 2 palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and just start buffing this in my lower lash line, and then I'll use another blending brush to really blend it out. You put as little or as much product as your heart desires and bring it as low down to your cheek as you want. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe away the fallout and this bake from underneath my eyes. So for blush, I'm going to be mixing MAC's Sunbasque with Coppertone, because I'm always using the Tarte one as well, so I wanted to just switch things up. With a really small like pointed pencil brush, I think I'm going to pick up the shade Ice from the Jaclynhill Flash palette, and I'm just going to pop that right in the inner corners of my eye. I'm going to go ahead and apply a quick coat of mascara to my eyes. I am using the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Mascara. For lashes, I am using my all-time favorite Sansa Beauty lashes in the style Shisha. I'm just going to go ahead and coat my lower lashes with mascara as well. So for my brows, the product that I love to use, that if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know now, it's the MAC eyeshadow in the shade Charcoal Brown. I'm using this with my Morphe angled brush. This is the M158. I'm just going to go ahead and I like to dampen my brush first. I'm going to go ahead and brush my brows up, and then I'm just going in with the shade Charcoal Brown, and I'm just going to go ahead and just with a really light hand just fill in my brows. I don't like to go too heavy. I like to try to keep them as natural as possible. So now that my brows are filled, I'm going to just go ahead and take the Gimme Brow Voluminizing Gel in the number 3 and just go over my brows with that. This just helps the brows blend a little bit better. And then I'm going to take the 24-Hour Brow Setter. Again, this is by Benefit, and I'm just going to go ahead and just lock my brows in place. To highlight my brow bone, I'm again just taking my flat definer brush that I always use. I'm actually going to mix Gleam and Ice together, and I'm going to go ahead and just pop this right on the high points of my brow bone. So I'm going to pick up the shade Gleam on my Morphe M510 brush, which is my favorite pointed highlighting brush that I always use. And I'm just going to go ahead and just apply this right on the high points of my cheekbones. I actually really like the way this look turned out. Again, to finish up the lip, I want to do something dark, but I don't know, something's just holding me back, and I want to do just my everyday neutral lip combination. So this is Anastasia's On Mute liquid lipstick, and then this is the color Sand. And that is it for this makeup look. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and again, click the bell button so I can notify you every single time I upload. And that being said, before we close out today's video, I just want to give a huge shout out to Namrata Baga. Thank you so much for subscribing and following me. I love you. It means a lot. Thank you so much. And let me know what you guys are doing as soon as this lockdown is over. I know for me, I want to go get my nails done and get a pedicure done. I love you guys again. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in my next one. Bye.